Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting transfer updates. We start with Joao Cancelo. As Barcelona-based journalist Gerard Romero have reported that Manchester City defender Joao Cancelo still remains an option for Barcelona. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about the future of Alejandro Balde and Lamine Yamal, as Barca are reportedly still calm about the renewals of the prodigious duo. We're also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. It is no secret that Barcelona are looking for a new right back in the market in the current summer transfer window. At the same time, it is also well established that Manchester City defender Joao Cancelo is a player that the club have looked at as a target. However, recent reports suggested that the La Liga champions had practically ruled out the signing of the Portuguese international due to the cost involved, even for a loan deal. Instead, it was claimed that new director Deco was looking for young stars or maybe a younger alternative. But now Fabrizio Romano via the residency has claimed that Cancelo continues to remain an option for Football Club Barcelona to reinforce the right back position. The 29-year-old defender has fallen out of favor at the Etihad Stadium following a rift with manager Pep Guardiola. He was shipped out on loan to Bayern Munich in January, and the Bavarians opted not to make his signing permanent for 70 million euros this summer. Interestingly, Barcelona were also keen in roping in Cancelo in the January window, but Xavi stated that Manchester City blocked the move, a claim that has since been refuted by Pep Guardiola. Either way, the Catalans still continue to hold an interest in the former Valencia and Juventus ace, and despite reports suggesting that his signing has been ruled out, they will see him as an option on the table. There is no way that Barcelona can sign Cancelo on a permanent deal this summer. Given their financial situation, their best bet would be to bring him on loan, and they could leverage their good relationship with his agent, Jorge Mendes, to facilitate the operation. Even so, the Portuguese international would have to accept a significant wage cut if he wishes to play for Xavi's Barca. As things stand, however, Cancelo remains an option and is not entirely ruled out, but the transfer remains complicated to pull off. Indeed, complicated. This is not the first time we've been using the word complicated for players like Joao Cancelo. Of course, Cancelo have always been a top right back, a top quality right back, and of course, Xavi and others have always been admiring the player a lot. But just the fact that financial limitations haven't led Barcelona to get their hands on him. For the longest time, we have been looking at other younger players like Ivan Fresneda, to be specific, as he's far cheaper than Cancelo. I think 15 million euros would do it, but Barca to this point, after 1 month of speculations, are still unsure if Ivan Fresneda would do the job properly. Xavi is not really convinced about the right back from Real Valladolid, but Deco is convinced and he wants the player because we can't afford money for Cancelo. Barca's idea from the word go have been to sign Cancelo on a possible loan deal because that's only what they can afford. Maybe with an option to buy, hopefully next season, if the club's finances are balanced. But Manchester City are reportedly not of the idea of a loan. They want a permanent purchase. Even the player himself wants to leave City right away, especially as Pep Guardiola and the player are still not in good terms today. Barcelona, according to this report from Fabrizio Romano, is still showing interest. And to be honest, it quite surprises me because no matter what, I thought Barca had moved on. Contradicting reports have been coming out saying Barca have almost cleared the name. In fact, they have almost ruled the name of Cancelo from their wish list because of financial reasons. But that is not exactly the case, as ever reliable journalist Fabrizio Romano still keeps insisting that Barca still eye the player, they still keep him on their radar, and they still see him as the best bet to strengthen the right back. We know that the right back position have been one of those positions that have been serious weaknesses for us, even though Jules Koundé came in last season and really helped us. Had it not been Jules Koundé playing there, luckily enough, Jules Koundé is a versatile player who plays right back well. It could have been a big problem for us, right back. I think we would have considered more goals than we did. But right back was solid because Koundé was there and he did a fantastic job. That is why Xavi was not even prioritizing the right back heading into the summer, because Koundé was still like, he's still a player that Xavi left to Xavi. He can even convert Koundé to right back, but the player have said openly that he doesn't want to continue there. He wants to. In fact, he was born a defender, not a right back. He just do it as a second role, but it shouldn't be like he wants to be converted there. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. Barca are working so hard on player exits, but they have certainly not forgotten about their home ground talents. And if a report from MD is to be believed, the contract renewals of Yamal and Balde are pretty much sealed. Fernando Polo writes that the news that Barca management wants to tie the two players into a long-term contract, and they are extremely calm about the whole situation because the players also want the same. Balde has a valid contract till 2024, and the player has already closed an economic agreement with the team through his agent, George Mendes. Barca has been trying to extend his deal for several months, but failure to comply with the wage rule means the event has always been postponed. Given the situation, there have always been several approaches, but the player is not interested in leaving. As for Barca, their idea is to tie Balde to 2027 or 28 if possible. Barca will make the news official soon as they are cleared from the ongoing FFP rules. And with Yamal, negotiation has not reached its conclusion. As with Balde, but there is growing sense of belief that everything will be okay, as he will sign the new contract that will keep him for 3 more years. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.